Yo, what's up? Alright. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to play Monopoly and correctly. Alright, first up, who goes first? So basically, don't leave this more over, I guess. There. You can probably see it. Alright. Man, this mask makes it so muffled. So basically, you have to play it with two or more players. But since I'm doing this solo, here's a representation. So basically, you just roll the dice, and whoever gets the highest number goes first, and then continues left. I'm pointing left, but to you guys, it might be right. Right. So then, even before that, you gotta choose your character. You can choose between the sailboat. You know what? Hold on, I got big thing to see here. Right there. So basically, your options are the sailboat. Whatever this thing is, I don't know. It looks like a cone. Uh, a car, a dog, uh, a rubber duck, and a top hat. But let's not forget the penguin and cat. Alright, so now that we got the pieces out of the way, let's start on how you play. So basically, all these cards are for different properties. If you want to buy a property, sorry, let me just in this one. You have to get it. Oh, sorry about that. All you gotta do is just roll the dice, and if you land on a space, ace or a property, that's where you land, and you can have the option to buy it or auction it off, starting at $5. I mean $10. And then you just gotta find the card that has it, like Baltic Avenue. Yeah, and this is how much it's mortgaged for. It's will be more important later. So then here's the rent. That means if a player lands on it, they have to pay you the rent. And you might notice the houses and hotels, or you probably can't read it because it's inverted. But we'll get to that later. Anyways, before that, we have to get to the topic of the American favorite, money. Alright. Alright. Something you might just one of the dice. Anyways, is the main component of the game is money. And of course bankruptcy. So basically there are one, 7 bills. Each player starts off with two 500s, four 100s, a 50, a 20, two 10s, a 5, and 5 1s. You can also trade out bills for bigger or smaller bills. Like if you have two 5s, you can trade them out for a 10, or if you just have one 5, you can trade them out for 1s. And that basically explains it. Anyways, let's move on to the actual gameplay. Okay, so now, the actual gameplay. Some properties are different than others. For example, Boardwalk is more expensive than a Kentucky Avenue, with their prices being far ranged. But those are not the only differences. For example, the electric company and the waterworks. These two, if you land on it, if one of them is owned by you, you have to roll the dice, and whatever it is, it has to be. Hold on. Rent is 4 times the amount shown on the dice. But if you own both of them, it's 10 times the amount shown on the dice. So you better be lucky. Anyway, next up we got the railroad. These you also can't put houses nor hotels on there. But instead to increase the rent, you gotta own more of them. For example, one railroad is 25. Like reading railroad. B&O railroad. I think B&O railroad makes it 50, and short line makes it 100. And I think Pennsylvania is 200. And also, go is the starting position for the pieces. And basically, you just gotta roll. And if you somehow roll doubles, which is highly unlikely, you have to roll again. You have to go how many spaces and then go again. But if you somehow land doubles again, you're in straight to the first special. You're into the second special slot. Jail. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, you collect 200 as you pass go. And basically, to get out of prison, you basically have to roll doubles again, because if you don't, you're stuck in there for the next turn. And also, if you own any properties with, let's say, a bunch, let's say, a hotel on it, if the person in prison owns it, you don't have to pay. And the other way to get out of prison is by paying 50 or, again, rolling doubles. Anyways, let's move on to the third special one. Meanwhile, we're waiting for this guy to get out of jail. It's the community chest, where basically, yeah, all you gotta do is get one of the chest cards. If you're lucky, you'll get a good one. Like collect 100 Monopoly money. But other times it won't be so good, such as going to jail. And now it's time to see if this guy gets out. No, he's still stuck. Anyways, hang on. It's time for the next special stage. Free parking. And it seems like he finally gave up and paid his 50 to the middle. If someone lands on free parking, then they get to get it. Note that's not actually in the rules, but you can add it just for fun. And basically, whoever lands on it, like let's say, like let's just put these guys randomly on the board. Oh, and I also forgot to mention Shans. Shans is basically like Boardwalk, but it's way riskier, but high rewards. Anyways, let's see if Penguin gets it. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he gets $50. Nice. Anyways, let's let's see where the car goes. Let's see. Oh, he rolled doubles. It's time. It's time to see where he goes next. All right. Right? Hold on. There. He rolled 6. So that means he goes straight to jail. And at least he got this guy. Oh, never mind. He moved up 6. Anyways, stolen prop. Next up is actually getting properties, which you already saw. So now what to add on these properties, like hotels? Well, you can add houses. After all of one space is owned, let's say he owns Tennessee Avenue, New York, New York Avenue, and St. James Place. Then he can buy houses for them, and each house costs different for each card. For this and side of the board, hold on. For this side of the board, each house and hotel is 50. On this side, 100. This side, 150, and this side, 200. And to get a hotel, you have to pay again. You have to pay the price of the houses and the hotel. So if you count anyone trying to put a house on their property who hasn't even gotten in all the spaces yet, not only does it get taken away, and also refunded. There you go, straight to jail. If you want to, at least. So basically, the penguin still got his $50. And let's say he lands on Boardwalk. Normally, he would be able to pay the rent, but since the car set is owned, he now owes 100. And since he can't pay, he has to sell one of his properties. So basically, he just gives Cat his New York Avenue, and that pays off his debt. But if you need to sell your houses, you sell them to the bank. Bank, with the banker, of course. There's what at the start of the game when all the talking is. And also, you know the tax income and the lux- luxury tax areas, where basically you just pay and get nothing. So basically, you gotta sell your houses for half the price you bought them to the bank and your hotels. So let's say Top Hat still cannot pay, even if after he sells everything he has and his money, then he is out of the game. And yep, now you're just as good as Gamer God. And also, I'm trying out this new uh this thing outro. So tell me if it's cringe in the comments. Remember, don't be a gamer, be a gamer god. That's cringe.